Hello, good evening. Aviary attorney. Bird law, which is for birds. Will hopefully come up on screen any second now. Do-do. Can I get a game capture, please? Games built on Chromium cannot be captured using game capture. Uh-oh. Use window capture instead. Oh no. Window capture? Is that going to capture sound? That's probably going to capture sound, right? I imagine it's going to capture sound. Automatic sounds good to me. Yeah, okay. Capture audio beta. Uh-oh. No, I've got a separate thing for desktop audio. That should be fine. Oh yeah, okay, let's move it down to here. So I get my little bone self in the picture. And we should be good. Looks like sound's coming through. Let's go. Chateau Première of Baron Roguil. Roguile. Is that Monsieur Greenouille? Oh mon dieu! Dame Cataline, what have you done? I hope Morky never watches this. I'm so sorry. Everyone French. I'm gonna butcher this entire game. It's midday already. Where on earth is that featherhead? Where on earth is that featherhead? There he is. Well, well, well. Look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird, Falcon? Too early for worms. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon. There'll be time for that later. We've got some business to handle first. Business? Ding. Our letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. It's probably just more junk mail. Go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. Alright, ahem. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I am writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Cataline, has been arrested for a crime that she did not commit. She is being held at La Conciergerie prison on the charge of murder, no less. A trial is in 3 days' time. I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. Yours sincerely, Senor Pertois Demier of the Demier Estate. Well, this is quite something. I know. Your first serious client in months. Not just that. The Demier Estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for Dame Cataline, his lordship would still something I accidentally clicked. Well, so I suppose you intend on defending Dame Cataline in court? Nope. I think not, Sparrowson. The fate of a fat cat bourgeois is none of my concern. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon already. What? With all respect, Falcon, we've been doing nothing for the past 2 weeks. Anything would be better than another day of thumb twiddling. I do have thumbs. I've got full-on hands. Still. Come on. Let's be productive members of society. No. No, I've made up my mind. Okay, fine. Can we at least play some cards to pass the time? Now there's a marvelous idea. But what game? We don't really have enough players for Tap to Rock or Seago. We'll have to play Magic the Gathering. I know, there's this game I learned at university called Jacques Noir. Jacques Noir? That sounds dubious. No, it's a real game. Let me tell you how it works. You draw cards from this deck to get as close to 21 as possible without going over. Call hit if you want another card, and stand if you don't want any more. You are aiming to get as close to 21 as possible without going over. Sounds good. Deal me. Just playing blackjack. Sorry, just playing Jacques Noir. There's 10. I've never learned the maths for this, so we'll just go until we stop going. 16. I think we hit on that. It's down to 18. Ah. What do you think? Are you getting the gist of it? No, let's play again. I'm gonna win this. Okie dokie. Why did I say okie dokie? Three, hit. 4, hit. 11, hit. Ah. Once more, Sparrison. It's gonna be a long stream if it's coded that I cannot win it. What's that? Is that straight up 11 or is that nice? Looks like it says 11. I think it's probably 11. 13? Nah. 18? Nah. Fuck! Fair enough. Should've stuck at 18. We're getting this. Which is to say, we're doing it once more and then we're giving up. Fuck! Alright, that'll do. Alright, I get it, Sparrison. Oh, now we're wagering. Sounds good. What did you have in mind? 1 franc per round? 2? No, I was thinking of something else. I'm intrigued. Go on. We play 1 round. If I win, you have to take on Dame Cataline's case. That sounds like quite a hefty wager. What do I get if I win? If you win, you have to take on Dame Cataline's case. You get to take on Dame Cataline's case. I've got it. If I win, you must... Shut the fuck up. Eat less food. Give me your money. Give me your money! Let's give me 50% of your money! That sounds fair. This motherfucker's gonna cheat so hard. Sure. By the way, what's 50% of absolutely nothing? Hey, I'm not paying you that little. Now, I'm not saying you pay me diddly squat, but I recently had to switch to 1-ply toilet paper. 1-ply, Falcon! We can talk about a pay rise later, but for now, let's just deal the cards. Yeah. How about that? Who would have thought it? What? No way, you cheat. You cheating cheater. You didn't shuffle them properly. Let's go again, 2 out of 3. How does that American proverb go, Falcon? Don't hate the player, hate the game. This is my punishment for gambling on a made-up card game, isn't it? Fine. We'll take the case. Excellent. My derriere was getting tired from all this sitting around. Oh, but I better file away Senor Demio's letter first. One moment, Falcon. Pertois' letter has been added to your evidence folder. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking the suitcase symbol. Ah, nearly forgot my wallet. I wouldn't want to lose that. Again, I recall you losing it at the New Year's party. And at Christmas. Yes, alright, no need to make a list. Falcon has picked up his wallet. With 20 francs. 20 Frankies. 20 Frankensteins. You may see how much money he is carrying at any time by clicking on the wallet symbol. Let's make a move. Welcome to the map screen. It's a map. You go to the places. Marked with a clock take a whole day to visit. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. I see. We're coming from here, so to L'Enciergerie. Falcon and Sparrison step into the stone-cold foyer of the Conciergerie prison. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Ah, the conciergerie. They say this is the finest prison in the whole of France. I should be giving everyone more French accents. I'm so sorry, everybody. Have a little drink to prepare myself. The outer walls are impenetrable. The cells are spotless. The guards are well-mannered. What do you want? Good day, monsieur. I am here to see Dame Catherine Demeo. I am due to represent her in court. Oh, you're her lawyer? Fine, fine. Follow me. Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Dame Catherine Demeo, I presume. You've arrived! The fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petit assistant, Sparrowson. Milady is knowledgeable. Don't talk like that, Sparrowson. Sorry. My papa told me he would would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm flat out. Can't do the accent. Giving up immediately. But they weren't available at such short notice, so he hired the first people in the address directory. Oh. You see, Falcon, I told you listing under Aviary attorney would pay off. Let's get down to business. Dame Catherine, could you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a little brief. I can do my best. What is it you wanted to know? What happened on the night of the murder? Moida. What exactly happened on the night of the Moida? Oh, let me think. It was Friday evening. Me and my papa had arrived at Chateau Première, the home of great Baron Roguil. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Greenway and the Baron about business stuff. Business stuff? Well, the three of them own a railway company together. So all through dinner, they were talking about company shares and investments, but I didn't really understand most of it. But after dinner, this man with a camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun. Sorry, man with a what took your Ding. Camera. It's a very new gadget. A tiny bug sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Wow, technology is amazing. I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrowson. Let me believe. Still, the camera sounds like a very special device. I'll make a note of it. Camera has been added to your evidence folder. Please continue, Dame Catherine. So after we had the photograph, I went into the gardens to get some air, and that's when I found the body of Monsieur Greenway. He was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy monsieur and called for help, and then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur. It must have been terrifying. It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. Was there something else you wanted to ask, Monsieur Falcon? Who was there that evening? Who attended the banquet? Well, there was me and my papa. My dearest maman couldn't make it. And there was Baron Roguil, who hosted the dinner, and his housemaid. Queeline, I think she was called. Queeline. Of course, there was Monsieur Greenway. Well, until, he died. And there was Monsieur Robitio de Robinho, the man with the camera. But he was only there for a little while. I think that was all. Barbs. Oh, was there anything else you wanted to ask? Did you see anything suspicious when you murdered that frog? Dame Catherine, anything suspicious? Like maybe a guy lurking in the shadows or a bloodied murder weapon, that kind of thing. Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you are looking for an easy answer. You got me. I did not see anything, I'm afraid. The evening was very normal. Food was delicious. The conversation was boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident. I see. Wait! Falcon, you missed something of huge importance. I did. Dame Cataline, you said the food was delicious. But you didn't say what food it was. You and your damn stomach. Let me see. We had poached red herring to start, garnished with garlic butter. Ooh. Sounds pretty good. Go on. Then a marbled steak, served perfect bloody rare. Glorious. Falcon, write this down. What? This can't possibly be relevant to the case. Write it all down, please, for me. Fine, fine. Red... Red herring has been added to your evidence folder. Bloody rare steak has been added to your evidence folder. Sparrowson, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach. The red herring is a red herring. It's gonna be vital to the case. Come to think of it, I did find it a little strange that we weren't given any cutlery. No cutlery, even for the steak? No. You would think that the great Baron of Chateau would have gorgeous silverware, but there was none to be seen. That is a little peculiar. Was there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon? No, I think that will be all. So what's the plan now, Falcon? The way I see it, we have two tasks. We should head to Chateau and try to see the scene of the murder for ourselves. And we should try to track down this supposed photographer. This photographer. Monsieur Robitio de Rubino. 2 days for 2 tasks. Seems doable. But we should head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go. You do believe my story, don't you? I believe in justice. Dame Cataline, I believe that a fair trial can draw the truth from any situation. I believe in justice. That's why they call it justice, because it's just us. You're not wrong, Falcon, but that's not what the lady needed to hear. You might want to work on being less of a, how to put it, fils de pute. If serving justice makes me a fils de pute, then I'll wear that title proudly. I don't know what that means. Dame Cataline, Monsieur Genui, Baron Royal. These names are all getting a little bit confusing, aren't they? Not particularly. Well, it is for me. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so that I can keep track of who everyone is. What? A Facebook? It's a collection of people's names, pictures, and descriptions in one easy-to-carry catalogue. I think I understand. The name could use a little work, though. The frog. Oh no, he has died. You can access the list of people who you have met at any time by clicking the book symbol. Let's make a move. Let's roll out. The game saves automatically at the start of each new day. Makes sense. But you can also make a quick save at any time by selecting Save and Quit from the Pause menu. Access the Pause menu by clicking on the cog symbol in the upper left corner or by pressing the Escape key. Normal stuff. I think we'll go to Chateau Première, the scene of the murder. Falcon and Sparrowson enter the courtyard outside Chateau Première. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger around the building's shadows. Excusez-moi, messieurs. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving, see? I don't suppose you'd happen to have some spare change? You have 20 francs in your wallet. What will you do? You can have a franc. 1 frankincense. Here you go. Stay safe, madam. Many thanks to you, messieurs. That was pretty generous of you, Falcon. Times are tough. Making sure our mother and child have something to eat is the least I can do. But what am I doing? Standing here, moralizing? Come on, Sparrowson. We've got business to attend to. Enjoy your gems, Bubble. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the pristine wood-panelled foyer of Chateau Première. Whoa, look at this place. Baron Roy-Gale must be loaded. More than loaded, when it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. The Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the Seine. Is he here right now? Yes, he's the smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. Let's have a little look-see. Oh, maybe not. I haven't seen him yet. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse. Hey, Baron! We'd like a word! How's that? Sparrowson, you have the finesse of an inebriated warthog. You can thank me later. I think I got his attention. Oh my. Did I hear my name? Great Baron Roy-Gale, property owner extraordinaire, at your service. And who might you fellows be? More investigators? No, we're attorneys. I practice bird law. I'm private attorney J.J. Falcon, and this is my associate Sparrowson. Lawyers, eh? You know, you aren't the first to have passed through here today. Oh? Yes, this jumpy, twitchy fellow came by this morning. Asked a bunch of questions, then hopped away before he heard the answers. Most curious. Do you know who he was, Sparrowson? I have a hunch. We'll be seeing him at the trial. Ha ha! Bird pun. A friend of yours? Something like that? So what may I do for you, messieurs? We're doing some research on Monsieur Greenway, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening. Of course. Such a tragedy. He was a good friend and a loyal business partner. I suppose you, messieurs, will be wanting to see the crime scene for yourself. Actually, yes, that would be fantastic. Well, be my guest. You will find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the second floor, third door to the right. That would be where we gathered for a group photograph prior to the incident. Say it. Oh, fair enough. Unfortunate incident. Oh, can we see the finished photograph? I'm afraid not. It is to my understanding that a photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time. That's no good to us. The trial may be over by then. Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron. It's no trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you are done with your investigations. So where shall we go first? Gotta check out that garden. Dame Catelyn said that she found Monsieur Greenway on the stairs by the fountain, so this must be the very spot where the murder took place. Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing. Crime scene investigation thing? Yeah, the crime scene investigation thing. You know that thing where you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail? You mean search for evidence? Yeah, do that. It's not a bad suggestion. It wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. In investigation mode, you are free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on stuff, look at it real good. And then press X. Let's have a little look-see. This fountain. Very nice. This fountain is finely crafted. It's solid carved marble. It can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water from the bottom of the lower basin. It's a shame we can't see inside the upper basin from here. That would be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon. That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wade in to take a closer look, just to be sure. Yeah, I suppose we should. Oh, I apologize. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrowson, go wade into that fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin. Me? No way! If you want to go in wading, do it yourself. I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around a fountain like a duck in a lake. Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet threads wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it. Flip for it? Yep, I'll flip this 1 franc coin. You call the outcome. Get it wrong, and you go for a swim. So what'll it be? Heads or tails? Napoleon's face or plant squigglies? Heads, always. Put it all on heads. Don't let me down, old Emperor. Here I go. It's tails. Roll up your pantaloons, Falcon. You're going for a swim. Yeah, fine. Hold my shoes. Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. This little son of a gun. I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost. Ah, you're back. Had a good swim? No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's no murder weapon, though. Can I see what it is? Yep. What is this? It's brown and sticky, and it smells weird. Don't tell me that you picked up a very wet cigar butt, possibly belonging to Baron Vorgrail? Correct. But that shouldn't be too surprising. It is his house, after all. I'll stash it in the evidence folder, just in case. Is there anything else we needed to do here? Dried blood on the staircase. This must be where Monsieur Greenway died. Do you see any bloody footprints? Ooh, or maybe a name scrawled in blood, written with the frog's last breath? Half a German word? Wishful thinking. All I'm seeing here is a big sticky puddle. There's nothing to indicate that the body was moved or that the frog left a last-minute clue. All I can make out from the bloody mess is that Monsieur Greenway was attacked and killed on the staircase. There's a finely crafted horse statue up there. The mane almost looks lifelike. Amazing. Would you say it behooves you to stroke it? No. No, I would not. Another beautifully made horse statue. You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep. Eventually we realized that it was just filling up on horse d'oeuvres. Ha ha ha! Terrible. Outrageous. Baron Vorgrail certainly likes his horse statues. I don't mind the horse statues, but the little cherub people creep me out. Baby should be waddling, not attempting subtle as horseback riding. A horse statue? This one has a goofy face. Reminds me of a joke. Horse walks into a bar and the barkeep says, "Why the long face?" Yes, we've all heard that one. What? No, the barkeep says, "You've got to stop coming here. You're drinking us under the stable." I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes. Haha! My poor table. My poor stable. Yep, just a bunch of horse jokes. Great. We're done here. Good call, but are you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time. Don't push your luck. Oh shit. Second floor, third door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken. Psst, hey, Falcon, did you see that? See what? That housemaid totally just did something shifty. Shifty? I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it. Excuse me, mademoiselle. Ah! Yes? Are you two policemen? No, we're private attorneys. My name's JJ Falcon, and I'm Sparrowson. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen Tuha. So, what can I help you messieurs with today? We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? That's fine. Let me just grab a chair. That's better? What was it you wanted to ask? Is this where the photograph was taken? Yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see. The cameraman was standing just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon. And where was the camera pointed? Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location. Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock. I know, the painting on it totally clashes with the decor. I was thinking along more obvious lines. Like it's got no hands. Yep. Oh, that clock has never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Rogel just keeps it around as a conversation piece. Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working. It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make a note of it. Is there something else you wanted to ask? Is there anything we should know? You were a little nervous when you came in. You thought we were police officers? Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess? No. I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama of last week. Pressure. Are you sure there isn't anything that you're hiding? In a pocket, perhaps? It's okay to tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts. Right, and... Wait, what? No! It's not an accurate job description, Sparrowson. It isn't? Oh. What do we do then? I'll tell you later. Honestly, messieurs, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask? That's all. No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help. It's no problem, messieurs. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. See, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams and... Well, never mind, I'm rambling. It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps? Ah, you know about that? Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, well, yeah, I suppose the habit got a little away from me. That's one mystery solved, at least. I would appreciate it if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind, and I would hate to break his trust. I see. So where to next, Big Bird? Main hall. Did you messieurs have a good look around? I trust everything was in order? We had a good look, thank you, Baron. But we actually have some questions for you. Please, ask away. I have nothing to hide. What happened on the night of the murder, Moida? What did you do? Oh, am I in trouble? Huh. Not at all, we're not cops, we're just attorneys. No, that? We're just gathering the full picture. I see, well let me think. The guests arrived at 5 o'clock, fuck me running. Can't do that voice for more than a single sentence. And we all sat down for dinner in this very hall at 6. The photographer arrived at 7 o'clock, but it wasn't until 7:30 that we had our picture taken. My housemaid discovered the crime scene soon after that. I see. Is there something else I can help you, messieurs, with? About your housemaid? We met her. She's a courteous young lady, isn't she? Yes, she was quite helpful. More than willing to help us with our investigation. I'm glad to hear it. Did you two want to ask about something else? We'll be leaving. I think that would be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, messieurs. Did you get all the information you needed, Falcon? I hope so. Don't worry. If everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just wing it. Terrible. Just terrible. Let's head back to the office and get some rest. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? Wait, there's a note on the door. Ahem. The magnificent and marvelous artiste, Monsieur Robitio de Ravigno, is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit. when his muse sees fit. What does that even mean? I think it means that he's a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist appears to be out. What should we do now? Should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. Nope, doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. We should break in. We should break in. What? Are you serious? Maybe? Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism. You're right, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back, I'm barging the door down. Wait, just like that? Shouldn't we discuss this first? Wow, we got some lore here. What in bird Jesus' name was that? You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we're here, we ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very... swanky. I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get out. I see a bourgeois tigress in profile. I see paints, inks and dyes. I'm not quite sure what the clear liquid in this bottle is. I could taste test it. You could, but we don't have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not. I see a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse. So many fake photos. This appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success, perhaps. Looks more like a stepladder to me. Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument. A beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself. Rest in peace. A butterfly, or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in black and white. This is a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside. You know, I once had an uncle who fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die? No. He got demoted. Terrible. A lighthouse? No, wait, it's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways, it's a black smudge, Falcon. This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell. That reminds me. How illegal is this? You know, breaking and entering, rifling through a person's belongings? It's cool. We're lawyers. It's okay, a recently passed amendment allows for proportionate amounts of property damage in the pursuit of criminal evidence. I don't think that's correct, but your use of legal jargon makes me have faith in your credentials. It sounds like you're starting to learn the finer points of the French justice system, Sparrowson. This is a picture of a fence. It's a fancy photograph that leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favorite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns. Wretched beast. Picture of a sailing ship on a windy day. Hey, Falcon, look! What? It's just an easel. No, look at what's on the easel. Oh wow, this must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. Look at that fancy cat, holy fuck. Who is that? What's up, Monsieur Demiao? Is the frog not in the photograph? It's just the Demiaos and the maid. Very interesting. There's no question about it. I see a housemaid, Dame Catalin, and I think that's Signor Pertois, Catalin's father. So what should we do? Do we just take this? We should take it. We've come this far. We may as well borrow it. Is there anything else we need to do here? Doesn't seem like it. I think we got it all. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me. Uh-oh. Oh mon dieu, what happened to my door? Tell the truth. Well, Monsieur Robinho, it's like this. You see, we are attorneys who've been hired for the purpose of... Raven! A raven did it! We saw the whole thing! What are you doing, Sparrowson? I've got this. I'm not going to jail because your conscience is acting up. Nobody's going to jail, just take it easy. Oh, damn ravens. They're always after our shiny objects, am I right? Yeah, that's right. Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast. Right, let's go. Falcon, it's the trial day. Stop messing around. We need to head to the courthouse already. I was just... No, we're going to be late. Oops. Allez the Justice. Falcon and Sparrowson stand inside the marble portico of the Palais de Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. Are you nervous, Falcon? No. Nope, we've got this case in the bag. Look at my feathers, see? Totally unruffled. Well, at least one of us is feeling confident. Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson. Is there anything you need me to do? No, we've got a handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. That's wonderful. I just know you two will pull through. Let's move it along, fellas. Ah, I will be watching from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We will. Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. That's a fancy bird lawyer. Bird judge. Alright, settle down, everyone. Settle down. Is everybody here? J.J. Falcon, present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Rupert Ravington, represent. Present. The ready is prosecution, Your Honor. Oh, darn, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ha! I knew it. Knew what? Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes. Oh, was he smart? No. He always scored the second worst marks in the class. I can only assume that he bumbled through the final exams on the luck of his two rabbit's feet. Unless he's improved considerably. Oops. No log. That's good to know. But say, Sparrowson, if Rupert scored the second lowest marks in the class, who scored the lowest? I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. Ah, here it is. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Are the jury all present? That's a good jury. Look at this fucking hippo. Hell yeah, dude. All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Hey, Falcon, I thought there were only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8? Oh, those 2 birds are the funny hats assessors, the associate judges. 2 birds with funny hats. These ones? These funny hats? Everything seems to be in order, so let us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Cataline de Miao. Oh, it says de Miao. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand. Oh gosh, we're there already. Okay, I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Valerti, to the witness stand. Inspector Valerti, please approach the stand and recite the oath. Is that a fucking pirate? Little pirate chicken. It's an Inspector Pirate Chicken. As you will, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Monsieur, no, Inspector, please state your, name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Just Valerti. I'm a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats that plague this city. I've enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago. Let's stick to the questions, Inspector. Of course, Your Honor. Oh, great. I was hoping we could have one of those bumbling, cuddly officers, but instead we've stuck with a lawful goody two-shoes. I bet this guy would turn in his own mother if he saw her littering. So, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator on this case? That is correct. I was also among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. Then perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival. Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Vorgul. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Cataline de Miao. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Greenway with his blood on her paws. Well, it sounds like an open-shut case in my humble opinion. No more questions, Your Honor. Bloodied paws? Nobody told me that detail. Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony. Of course, I know this. You may begin your cross-examination, Monsieur Falcon. Are you a chicken? In a pirate hat. Select a key phrase that you find suspicious, and Falcon will press the witness for information. It's just Ace Attorney, with birds. We were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid, Baron Rodrill. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Cataline. She was standing over the sliced open corpse of Monsieur Greenway with blood on her paws. What do we know? Fuck all, unless I remember it. It's a cigar. No one told me she had blood on her paws. Inspector, you say Dame Cataline had blood on her paws. Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict. Whose blood was it? Ha! What a question. It was Mr. Greenway's, of course. How can you be sure? I object. This line of questioning is absurd. There was only one murder victim that night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Cataline's paws could have only belonged to one person, Monsieur Greenway. Judge! Falcon's trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions. I'm afraid the prosecution may have a point, Monsieur Falcon. Do you have any reason to suspect that the blood belonged to someone other than Monsieur Greenway? I don't think so. Oh, it was a bloody rare steak. Yeah, it's true. I do. I got evidence for this. I do, Your Honor. Actually, I have more than suspicion. I have evidence that the blood of Dame Cataline's paws had nothing to do with the murder. This is foolish time-wasting, Falcon. If the blood on Dame Cataline's paws didn't come from the victim, then where did the blood come from? The bloody red steak! On the evening of the murder, Dame Cataline ate a bloody rare steak! Is this true, Monsieur Remington? Well, in a manner of speaking, I suppose steak may have been on the menu. Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well? Wait, don't answer that, Inspector. It is a possibility. No! Intriguing, pretty convincing. I gained favour with the jury. So, Inspector Valerti, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater? Now hold on just 1 minute, Falcon. You are overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Cataline is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She was no doubt brought up with a flawless etiquette and perfect table manners. At the banquet, she would have eaten the steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right. Like any proper civilized animal. Get fucked, you fucking rabbit. Maybe you eat your fork in your right hand and knife in your left. How about that? Maybe that's the proper way to do it, huh? How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manners? That is a good question. Or at least it would be at any ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happens, something was missing from that particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Catelyn to eat with her paws. The maid stole all the silverware. It was all stolen. Stolen? I don't recall any mention of that in the police report. We weren't aware of anything missing from the Royal residence when we performed the initial investigation. But as it happened, Baron Royal approached us about this very subject last night. Ah. Innocent, perhaps. What a twist! What is the meaning of all this? Bloody steak, misplaced silverware. Inspector, was your investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you I am the most thorough investigative officer on the force. And it is amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all. Heh. Oh dear. Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case. Fine, so be it. Messieurs, until next time. Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready? Yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon, let's see, Monsieur Robitio Robinio, the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder. Monsieur Robitio Robinio, please approach the stand and recite the oath. How's it going? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It's a little cliche, to be perfectly honest. Could the witness please introduce himself for the court record? As if anybody in this courtroom does not immediately recognize me. I'm the great Monsieur Robitio Robinio, cutting-edge photographer and visionary. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Je suis l'artiste. Tu es un pipe. I'm an artist. It is a pipe. I'm a pipe. To it or you. You are a pipe. It's been a long time since French 101. You may have seen my works in hip magazines Le Branche or C'est de Chute. I can send you tweets if you like. Called X's now. What on earth is a tweet? Bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcon, it's the 19th century. Get with the times already. Yes, your works are very impressive, Monsieur Robinio. But let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns. Could you tell us your activities were on the night of the murder? Very well. I was hired by Baron Vorgoyle to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening. I pointed my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed Baron Vorgoyle and left. Like a true artist. And with regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph? I thought you might ask. I brought a copy so that you could all see for yourselves. Oh, very good. Let's take a closer look. That's not the fucking picture I found. My word, this is an exquisite picture, isn't it? So let's see, who do we have here? In the middle we see Baron Vorgoyle, the lion who hosted the event. On the left we see Signor Perfoy de Miao, the father of the defendant, Dame Catelyn. And finally we see the housemaid, Quilleen Duhaut, who I suspect may have snuck into the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim, the second is the defendant, Dame Catelyn de Miao. Quite suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Just a moment, Monsieur Armington. This proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others? That doesn't mean they were in the garden together at that point. Hold your horses, Falcon. I'm not done yet. Prosecution may continue. What Behind the photograph subjects, we see a wall clock with the time set at 7:30. Now, why is that time significant? Well, as Inspector Velerti told us earlier, that was the exact time the murder took place. You see, Falcon, every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Cataline herself. Hey, Falcon, that photograph doesn't seem right. It looks different to the one we borrowed from Robinio's studio. I see it too. Our photograph shows Colline Duhat, Madame Cataline, and Signor Pertois. But Monsieur Robinio's photograph shows Baron Rogriel, where Dame Cataline should be standing. If we assume that only one photograph was taken, then this demonstrates that one of the photographs must have been edited in some way. You should just slam that evidence down. Be like, bang, inconsistency. This whole courtroom is out of order. Case closed. I can't do that. Well, I suppose you could be a little more delicate with your words. No, I mean, I can't do that because our evidence was illegally obtained. If I were to present it, Monsieur Robinio would ask how we acquired it, and the whole trial could derail. In a worst-case scenario, I could lose my legal license, and we would be arrested for theft. Well, we don't want that. No, we don't. I should tread lightly. Your Honour, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Very well. The defence may proceed. It's a waste of time if you ask me. Photographs are rock-solid evidence. Bruv, the fucking... time? That clock's got no hands. That's some bullshit. Monsieur Robinio, you said that you arrived at 7 o'clock. Give or take a couple of minutes? Yes. How do you know? How do you know that you arrived at 7? Well, the clock in my house read 6:45 when I left, and the walk to Chateau Crinière was around 15 minutes. I can claim to be a flawless timekeeper, but I am a professional. I always stick to an appointment. Yes, I also have more questions. How long did it take to set up your camera? It took perhaps 25 minutes to find a shooting location, put together the camera, and ready the film. So you arrived at 7, and the photograph took place at 7:30. And you spent 25 minutes setting up. That leaves 5 minutes unaccounted for. Surely you aren't suggesting that Monsieur Robinio did something nefarious in this small window of time. Yeah, this line of questioning is not going where I want it to. No, I am not. Because the line, what did it? Just trying to piece together the evening's events. I spent a little time talking with Baron Rogriel when I arrived. That's probably where the rest of the time went. You have another question about Robinio's time arrival? No. What evidence have we got? The missing clock answers are going to be the key here, but I can't use the photograph to say that. Obviously the red herring is going to be the final nail. Bill Baron Rogriel? I'd like to ask about your billing process. Okay. What do you charge? Just out of interest. Quite a personal question. My rate varies according to the subject, the client, and the circumstances. I don't wish to given you are under oath, Mr. Robinio. Hold on, Falcon. Just because Mr. Robinio is under oath doesn't mean he has to answer every trivial question that you fling his... What's going on there? Am I not getting the whole screen? Does his photography rate have anything to do with the case at hand? No, I don't think so. Just curious. I was just curious. Fuck! Alright, not about the bill. I want to ask about... Clock hands! The photograph. Okay, here we go. Let's take a little look-see at this photograph. Oh, wait just a minute. There's a little mistake here. Just to clarify, Monsieur Robinio, photographs are a direct reflection of reality, are they not? That is correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. That is most curious, because I see a mistake. A mistake? Impossible! I just told you, monsieur. The camera is a perfect, unbiased device. The photographs in it produces are flawless. Falcon, I'm not seeing any mistakes. Perhaps you could be more specific. Certainly. It's this clock here, you see. The clock, you see. There's something not quite right about it. Well, isn't that convenient? The defense sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that cocky tone, Mr. Rabbit. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in that picture. The photograph clearly shows the clock's hands pointing at 7 and 6. That much is self-evident. Which is most curious, because the clock in the lounge of Chateau Première has no hands. It has no hands? The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron Roguil or his housemaid if you have doubts. Monsieur Robinho, how do you explain this discrepancy? I don't know. There must be some sort of mistake. My camera is flawless. There is no mistake, monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there was an error in the printing process. An error precisely where the clock's hands should be? Please, monsieur, don't patronize us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Robinho, edited this photograph. Edited? I'm no expert, but I suspect you used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. It would have been a simple task, considering that the clock face was bare. One could even speculate that you specifically chose to include a handless clock in the photograph, just to simplify the editing process. Falcon, your reasoning is absurd. Why would the witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? By showing the photograph to have taken place at precisely 7:30, it clears all the photograph's subjects of suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Robinho created a perfect alibi. Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why? Was Monsieur Robinho coerced, bribed, threatened? Enough silence. Let's hear some answers, Monsieur Robinho. Fine, you've got me. I'm guilty. I did it all. You did it? You're confessing to the murder of Monsieur Greenway? What? No. I have no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs, and yes, that included adding hands to the clock. You were ordered? By whom? I dare not say. Monsieur Robinho, I strongly advise you to answer the defense's question. You have pledged to speak without fear, after all. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I can name no names. His claws. Did you hear that, Falcon? That is most unfortunate. Monsieur Robinho, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We don't live under the ancien regime, after all. But since you have admitted to falsifying evidence, then we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness. Take your leave. You shall be charged with perjury in due course. I can't protest. That's the least I deserve for my failure as an artist. Good day, messieurs. Oh, I see. So the clock's hands were painted on. So what? It doesn't matter. The photograph still depicts Dame Cataline as absent, close to the time of the murder. That's significant. Don't be dense, Monsieur Abington. If the photograph is not completely genuine, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why not? It's still a portrayal of the night's events. Because if we accept that one part of the picture was edited, then we must accept the possibility that other parts were too. It is possible that Dame Cataline was painted out. Even worse, it is possible that another person was painted in. We know that the witness was trying to cover for someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. So what are you saying, Falcon? The housemaid paid off the photographer? Or was it Senor Pertois de Miao, perhaps? I don't think so. The housemaid lacks a means or motive, and it wouldn't make sense for Senor Pertois to implicate his own daughter. Well, surely you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron Royal deliberately tried to frame Dame Cataline? Because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar of our community. He would never do such a thing. Monsieur Irvington, I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. However, mayhaps I should offer my opinion. Baron! It's not, time for your witness testimony yet. So you would think, prosecutor, and yet I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence. Incompetence? Indeed. Let us proceed with witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Yes, I suppose that's fine. Very good. I trust that the defense has no objections. No objections here. Fantastique. Oh, but before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening. Oh, okay. Baron Royal, on the night of the initial dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Greenweed left something. Dame Cataline followed behind him moments later. Signor Pertois, Monsieur Ribigno, and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur Greenweed and Dame Cataline. That would be when I heard her cry for help. Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from here. Meowdy, lass. I would like to cross-examine the witness. Do you doubt my integrity, garçon? I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron. Very well then. Hit me with your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Drogreal, am an honest man. I am seeing that it's very difficult to see that thing there. Maybe I could put a little bit of color. Nope. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. And then put it down behind that. Not ideal. Let's move this up a smidge. Okay. Is that, like, reasonable? It looks pretty garbage, doesn't it? Can I get, like, some opacity? I can only change color, really. No, I don't think I can drop opacity. I can do hue, saturation, some other stuff. Different source. No, it's fine. We'll just suffer. No, let's not suffer. I can do a little bit. Maybe this? How's that? Oh, hang on. Properties? No, filters. Add filter, blah, 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 blah. No, it's got no opacity. All right. How about that? Ugly color, but at least matches in the background a little bit. We'll take that and live with it. Very well then, hit me with your best. Hit me with your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty. He's an honest man. He's not. He's a bastard. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Alright, dinner went magnificently, except for the no cutlery. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Greenway left to visit the garden. Dame Catalin followed behind a few moments later. Housemaid discovered the pair just after the photographer had left and called for help. What have we got to call bullshit on this? The cigar? Pretty circumstantial. The red herring's obviously going to be so vital. We've already used everything else except the cigar and the red herring. The cigar is suspiciously placed. Let's ask about the garden. Baron, we saw... Oh, there's filters. Alright, let's go back to this. Filters, add... Light correction... It's not called opacity, was it? Is it one of these other things that is a different term? Color correction. Naruhodo. How about that? That really doesn't help at all. Okay, it needs to have more than that. How about that? And the pixels in like there. I change. I don't want it to be locked. I'll reduce the height a bit without reducing the. Yes, I can. So let's call that 700. Put that down to around about there. There we go. That looks reasonable. That looks acceptable. We'll take it. Baron, we saw the murder scene, your garden, for ourselves. What's with all the horses? When was the last time you visited? Yeah, this is how we get him. When was the last time you ventured into your own garden? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years. Years, you say? Indeed. That's not right. I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Oh, and why is that? Because we have hard evidence that you visited the garden recently. Balderdash! My word is gold. Show the court this so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. A boom. This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin. Right beside where the murder occurred. A cigar butt? That could belong to anybody. And Prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. Oh, okay. Sorry, Baron. That is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years. But naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. You see, Falcon, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I would find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded. But as it happened, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience. And a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. There are any number of possible explanations. Are there? Because I can only think of one. That is, that you, Baron Rawgoyle, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be? You want me to spell it out? Fine. Let's put everything on the table. You, Baron Rawgoyle, murdered Monsieur Grenouille. That is what you were trying to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder? How shamelessly brazen. It's a ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegation is baseless. You have no evidence, no means, motive, or opportunity. No evidence? Think harder, Monsieur Irvington. Every piece of evidence points to the Baron Royal as the prime suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion's claws are as sharp as a surgeon's blade. Ducking a frog belly would be trivial to him. Even Monsieur Robinho confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous. I would never threaten a man with violence. You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. This is preposterous. Finally, the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and yet he served steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of a handless clock to make for easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Prosecutor, are you just going to let this slanderous yarn go uncontested? Say something! Object! Oh, you're pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have time to properly dispose of it. So, out of desperation, he threw it into his fountain, out of the sight of his guests and any snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Signor Perthrois de Miao, since that would ensure total control over his railway company. Alas, Dame Cataline was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised. This is an outrage! Judge, I demand that you disbar this ranting lunatic. No, there is only one outrage here. That is, that a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. You're a bourgeois of the worst kind. How dare you, garçon! The utter nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous! I'm nothing like the fat cat bourgeoisie. I'm a respectable, hard-working capitalist. No, you're a ruthless man who would slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs. Yeah, capitalist. You incredulous whelp! I ought to gut you right here and now, like a damn frog! Just like I killed that other guy! Could someone please restrain the Baron? Your Honor. Why was that Scottish? Let's go, old man. To the conciergerie with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw. I can walk myself. This is quite a turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Well, in a manner of speaking, well, to be honest, no. Then I shall now confer with the members of the jury to come to a decision. I ask that the animals of the court please be patient in this time. Falcon, that was pretty incredible. Thank you. I just hope it was enough. What do you mean? You just proved Cataline's innocence. We'll get a not guilty verdict for sure. Sparrowson, I think you've misunderstood something important about the justice system. What's that? I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organise the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved Dame Cataline's innocence. All I have done is demonstrate that there is a significant possibility that she is not guilty. I'm not sure that I understand the difference. We've reached a decision. In light of the recent revelations, it is clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant, Dame Cataline de Miao, to be not guilty. Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, you did it! Yeah, I suppose we did, didn't we? We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. You did it, Falcon! I can't take all the credit. This was a group achievement. I'm so proud of you both. I'll go get 1 bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses. You were amazing, Monsieur Falcon. Oh, it was nothing. I very much liked the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That's an act of sheer genius. Well, I didn't pin anything. Sparrowson and I just worked at unveiling the truth, given the facts of the case. Monsieur Falcon, there is no need to play coy. The case is over. Play coy? Don't tell me you're actually being sincere. I'm completely lost. Oh, wow. I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. All right, I'll spell it out for you. She did do the murder. Oh shit. I murdered Monsieur Greenway. I saw him in the garden, all drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my opportunity. It was nothing personal, just business, you understand? Business? To increase my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always said that the drunken frog was the weakest link. Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron Forgrail's cigar butt hidden in the garden. Oh, I put that there. She's not fucking anything up. She got away with it. She's good. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose that was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris' finest. But Falcon proved that Monsieur Robinho's photograph was edited. It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Greenway in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Robinho to paint me over Baron Royal and to add hands to the clock. But that lazy artiste didn't manage to finish altering either photograph by trial day. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have gone very badly. What's with the silence? You should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in the whole of France who could have gone on a case like this, even for a bourgeoisie kitty like me. I think you should leave. Fine. So much for the celebrations. Here's the payment for your services, straight from my papa's pockets. Ooh, money. Oh, big money. 40 francs? Hell yeah. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, petit Sparrowson. Falcon, what do we do now? Falcon? Oops. Oopsie. Accidentally got her off from the murder she did. Oh, well. January 7th, 1848. Palais de Louvre. Let us be reasonable, senors. I am sure that this is a simple misunderstanding. There is no misunderstanding. In the name of the king, arrest that Spaniard. Where's fourth? I knew Falcon wouldn't feel like turning up to the office on a Friday. But now it's midday on Monday, and there's still no sign of him. This is becoming a little concerning. I should wait around a little. What am I saying? Falcon's a big bird. He can handle himself. I should wait around a little longer. I should wait around a little longer. I should wait around a little longer. Okay, if there's nothing after 4, there's not gonna be anything. This is dull. I'll go look for him. His home would be a good place to start. But the bird brain never gave me his address. I'll just have to find him the hard way, by knocking on every door in Paris. The offices. Yeah. He could be at the office, at the courts. No sign of Falcon here. Excuse me, Rupert. Oh, it's you, the first year dropout. Hey, I didn't drop out. I was forcibly ejected. But that doesn't matter right now. I'm looking for Falcon. Have you seen him? Falcon? The guy who somehow blunted his way through the Catalan trial with the help of some very dubious evidence. No, I haven't seen him since the trial. Oh, well, thanks anyway. Excuse me, monsieur, I am looking for my friend. Do I look like a lost and found to you? Buzz off, bird brain. Alright then. Alrighty then. Baron Roiguile's house. Excuse me, Mademoiselle Duhat. Down here. Oh, there you are. It's Sparrison, right? That's right. I heard about the case you were involved in. I never would have thought that the Baron was a murderer. He always treated me with the utmost respect. But then, I suppose it makes sense that the most ruthless killers are the ones who can put up the best facade. Yeah, I suppose so. Say, how's your friend doing? He seemed a little down last night. Oh, you've seen him? Yes. He was brooding in the corner of La Cagnard Joyeux. Mumbling and drinking. It was a little depressing, to be perfectly honest. La Canard Joyeux? That's the dingy student bar on Rue Jean, right? It's not dingy. Just a little rustic. In any case, that's an enormous help. Thanks, mademoiselle. Any time, Sparrison. Sparrison steps through the doors of La Canard Joyeux, the dingiest student tavern in all of Paris. His nostrils fill with a pungent aroma of sour wine and bitter tobacco. Well, ruffle my feathers if it isn't little Sparrison. I haven't seen you in years. How you doing, hun? I'm feeling pretty good, Madame Cornell. Thanks for asking. I'm actually here to find a friend. It's a big guy named JJ Falcon. Falcon? Yep, that sorry lump has been here all weekend. He's just been moaning and muttering to himself all weekend. Frankly, he's bringing the whole atmosphere down. I'll take care of him. Thanks, Madame Cornell. It's no problem, hun. He's probably still in the corner of the drinking room upstairs. No sign of him. Mon Dieu! I almost stepped on the big fellow. Falcon? What are you doing on the floor? Hey, Falcon! Wake up! Wow, the bird's completely out cold. You must have drunk this place dry. Let's see, how do you wake a drunk person? You kick him. What do we do with a drunken lawyer? What do we do with a drunken lawyer? What do we do with a drunken lawyer early in the morning? Pour a drink on his head. Well, I guess it's time for a rude awakening. Wakey, wakey! Sure does sound like piss. Ah, good, you're up. Are you with us, Falcon? Yeah. Feeling sober? We should probably head back to the Aviary office so we can get some work done. I don't understand it, Sparrison. Huh? I thought I did everything right. I followed all the procedures, I found all the evidence. I presented the case beautifully. And yet, a guilty feline walks free while an innocent man sits in custody. What went wrong? Where's the justice? I don't know. I don't know, Falcon. Sometimes the system just doesn't work, I guess. It should work. Yeah, probably should. Sorry, Falcon. I don't have the answers. But what I do have is freshly baked croissants from Pierre's Boulangerie. Croissant! Yep, they're waiting for you back at the aviary. I'm sitting here, moping about justice, and you offer me croissants. Well, it's not just croissants. I got some pain au chocolat as well. Got some pain au chocolat too. I could go for some pain au chocolat. Fantastic! Then let's make a move. This glass of water is doing a lot of work today. Alright, I admit it. These croissants are amazing. Croissant! I told you, Pierre's Boulangerie on Rue Verte is something else. Oh, that reminds me. Baker told me something interesting. Do you know what they call pain au chocolat in America? They don't call them pain au chocolat? Nope. Pronunciation difficulties. American is a whole nother language. So what do they call them? Chocolate croissants. Chocolate croissants. Croissants. Call them chocolate croissants. Oh! So small. Little baby. Hello? Chocolate croissants. What are they called? Profiteroles? Oh, I think those are still profiteroles. But rather than custard, they fill them with ice cream and smother them in melted chocolate. Simply outstanding. Is this the aviary attorney? Can I speak to someone, please? Well, what do they call crepes? Excuse me! Did you hear something, Sparrowson? Down here! Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. What can I do for you, little one? Oh gosh, where to start? Your name, perhaps? Mousy. My name's Mousy. And what can we do for you, Monsieur Mousy? I have this friend, and he has fallen under some legal turbulence. Legal turbulence? You mean he's been arrested? Oh yeah, I suppose so. They're saying he's a murderer, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it. That's quite a problem. I know, but I forgot to mention, he's the Prince of Spain. The Prince of Spain? You didn't think that was worth mentioning from the start? I forgot. I must ask, Mousy, why did you come to us? I would have thought that the Spanish royal family would hire legal counsel with a little more... not terribleness? Expertise. Oh, the prince has great faith in your lawyering skills, Monsieur Falcon. He said that your reputation as a lawyer was renowned. Really? The prince said that? This is a great opportunity, Falcon. Surely you wouldn't deny a request from the Prince of Spain. Meh. Look, Falcon, I know you're still upset about Dame Catalin's trial, but more moping isn't going to help. The best thing you could do right now would be to occupy yourself with some meaningful work. This case will scratch that itch perfectly. Meh. I'm not going to hear it. Grab your things. We're doing this case if I have to drag you by the sleeve. Alright. No need to bird handle me. No more dilly-dallying. Let's go. Good luck to you, messieurs. You aren't coming with us, Mousy? I have other matters to attend to. But Prince Juan is being held in the conciergerie. I'm sure he will fill in all the details. Right, let's make a move then. Good day, monsieur. It's you two again. Hey, nice work on Lady Kitten's trial. Baron Roygale is pacing around a cell right now, ranting about wringing your neck. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's super mad. But hey, a criminal's a criminal, right? If the lion didn't want a death sentence, he probably shouldn't have killed a guy. Oh, you're not here to defend him, are you? That would be hilarious. We're actually here to see Prince Juan Corrido heir to the throne of Spain. The mouthy fox, huh? That guy's driving me nuts with his senors and his flamboyant attitude. I'd say the sooner he hangs, the better. Well, come on then, while we're young. The Prince of Spain, I presume. Holy fuck, my dude. My guys. Where the hell is Wolf? BRB, just adding Wolf real quick. Alrighty then, where was we? Oh yeah, this guy. Indeed, I am Juan Corrido, heir to the throne of España, and you must be the legendary lawyer, Senor Jose Falcon. Well, I wouldn't say legendary. I wouldn't even say notable. Such humility, I would expect nothing less from renowned individuals such as yourselves. But let us get down to business. I trust that my compañero, Mousy, explained the situation. He told us that you have been accused of murder, but we need some further details before we can start an investigation. Of course. What is it that you wanted to know? Tell us about the murder. Tell us about the moida most foul. To be honest, Prince Juan, I am a little confused as to how a member of royalty could get in so much trouble. Could you walk us through your activities on the day of the murder? Of course. Let me see. Where to begin? It was the cold and misty morning of the 6th of January. I had heard that King Louis Philippe was unveiling a new painting at the Palais de Louvre, and I wished to meet the man himself. So, after a brief stroll and picnic in the Tuileries garden, I entered the palace. I found the royal entourage in the Rouge's Grand Galerie. When I saw an opportunity, I presented a humble gift to the king. A rose, an international symbol of passion and virtue. How romantic. But before the king could take it, a rather rude person snatched it from my fingers. It was a royal guard, a dog by the name of Major Howell. Ouch, cried Major Howell. I have pricked myself upon the thorns of this dastardly flower. And then the major slumped to the floor. His face turned blue, his mouth frothed, and he died. He died straight away after being pricked. Straight away, senor. And it's obvious that the pricked finger was the cause of death, but I don't know of any poison that acts so fast. Nor do I, Senor Falcon, but clearly the police felt that poison upon the rose's thorns was the only logical explanation. And with so many witnesses, even the king himself, what could I say to defend myself? So where did this rose come from? I acquired it from a beautiful Parisian flower seller at the Les Halles markets, a girl by the name of Catherine Marie Signe. But surely you're not suggesting that the flower girl applied the poison herself, Senor Falcon? Well, I'm not making any accusations yet. I'm just planning to explore every line of inquiry. Poisoned rose has been added to your evidence folder. Did you want to ask something else, Senor Falcon? Why are you in Paris? Why did you come to Paris, Prince Juan? I was on a diplomatic mission. I do not know whether you are familiar with current events, but you may have heard that my country is in a state of turmoil. Contenders for the Spanish throne are slandering, plotting, backstabbing. It's chaos, and the people are suffering. So I thought, if I can befriend some French royalty, perhaps even the king himself, maybe I can strengthen my family's name. With the Corrido dynasty restored, I would have a chance of bringing peace to my beautiful nation. Well, I guess that plan's gone out the window. Sparrowson, don't be rude. No, he is right. I failed terribly. Don't fret, Prince Juan. We'll do everything in our power to clear your name. Maybe once the dust has settled, you will have another opportunity to speak with King Louis Philippe and complete your mission. Thank you, Senor Falcon. I am sure you will do your best. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? What were you reading? Before we so rudely interrupted. This book, it is a Spanish classic, Don Quixote of La Mancha. Do you know it? Forgotten the donkey jingle. Ah, that would have been such a good joke. Donkey. Donkey. Red readings for squares. Sorry, Juan, I don't have time for reading in today's fast-paced world. It's a shame, senor. You are missing out on a fascinating tale of one man's chivalry in a world where chivalry is dead. Is not Don Quixote the one where he tries to joust a windmill? I think it's that one. But if you don't care for reading, why did you ask about the book? Curiosity, I suppose? I see. Then I'll tell you what, senor. I will lend you this book. Perhaps, if your curiosity allows, you can take some out of your day to read a chapter or two. El Inicio Hidalgo Don Quixote de la Mancha has been added to your evidence folder. Was there anything else you wanted to know? No, I think that's everything, thank you. What's the plan, Big Bird? Well, we have two lines of inquiry. We should head to the scene of the crime, the Palais de Louvre, and see if we can find any clues or witnesses. Fucking body fight reference in My Year of the Lord 2025. Tiger Boy? Who's Tiger Boy? I don't remember Tiger Boy. I do remember Don Quixote, the character though, in Buddy Fight, and he was pretty good. I liked him. And we should interview the flower girl in Les Halles Market to see if she has anything to say about this alleged poisoned rose. 2 tasks spread over for 6 days? This almost sounds too easy. Let's not get complacent. Good luck, senores. Wait a minute, Falcon. What is it? Did something seem off about Prince Juan to you? He is quite a character. He seemed colourful to me, throwing roses, spouting about literature. Juan's once suave Spaniard. Maybe I misread him. Well look, if this is bothering you, then we could always ask around. Maybe someone in the city knows Juan's dirty secret. If he actually has anything to hide, that is. Yeah, let's dig up the dirt. But we've still got a trial to prepare for. Priorities, Sparrowson. Alright, to the Louvre. Falcon and Sparrowson make their way to the Place du Carrousel, the courtyard just north of the Louvre's Grand Galerie. That's the Arc de Triomphe over there, right? I swear it's smaller than how I remember it. That's the Arc de Triomphe du Carrousel, you doofus. The big Arc de Triomphe is up the road. What? No way. Why are there 2? Because when a man like Napoleon invades half of Europe, he gets to build as many triumphal arches as he damn well pleases. Chicken. Papriko. Well, 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 I never expected to see you here, JJ. That arrogant voice. Good day, Severin. Let's be civil, JJ. Why don't you introduce me to your new assistant? Fine, fine. Severin, this is Sparrowson, my assistant. Sparrowson, this is Severin Cocorico, the most pompous prosecutor in Paris. Partie. Oh, are you 2 old school friends or something? More like arch rivals. Please, JJ. I think arch rival implies some sort of competition. As I recall, we've met in court on 5 occasions, and on 5 occasions did you get humiliated terribly. I'm amazed a failing bird brain like you is still able to get clients. Actually, Severine, business has never been better. Have you know that I am currently being employed by the Prince of Spain, no less? Prince of Spain? Juan Querido? Well, well, this is quite an amusing coincidence. Coinkydink. Don't tell me. Correct. I am the prosecutor for the very same case. It is a pity that the Spanish prince will indubitably hang, but I suppose that is what he gets for hiring a bird brain to represent him. Bro, you're a chicken. Don't call me bird brain. You're the only bird brain here, Severine. Ha! One always speaks badly when one has nothing to say. Voltaire said that. The poet, not the singer who sings songs. You know what I mean. You know how singers are like. Oh, nice cock. No, this is a terrible cock. Oh, he's giving you the verbal smackdown. Quick, Falcon, make a witty retort. Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm rubber and you are glue. What bounces off of you? Wait. Oh, dear. You're the same bumbling fool that you've always been, Falcon. But enough talk. How about you? What is a man? What is a monsieur? If you messieurs would excuse me, I have a case to prepare for. JJ, Sparrowson, I'll see you two in court. Ugh, I can't stand that guy. He did seem like a bit of a cockerel, but is it true what he said? You know, that he trounced you in court 5 times? I can't deny it. Severine has a reputation as a ruthlessly thorough prosecutor. Mountains of evidence, surprise witnesses. It's no wonder he always managed to one-up me. But this time will be different, right? I hope so. I know so. For you see, I stole this annotated map of the Louvre out of Cocorico's pocket when he was busy rattling off Voltaire quotes. Sparrowson, that's pretty impressive. Actually, I swear you were standing 3 meters away the whole time. You tall birds are so busy with your heads in the clouds that you don't even notice us small folk running around your feet. Pinching Cocorico's pocket was like taking candy from a very tall baby. Let's take a closer look. I see. This map shows the entire Louvre area. Everything from Tuileries to the Rue de Louvre. Most convenient. We're currently standing here, in the Place du Carousel. And those painted arrows seems to show the route taken by the king's entourage, which means that the king first went here, through the Salle de Fribre. Then here, into the Grand Gallery, where the murder occurred. Didn't Prince Juan say that he spent the morning in the Tuileries garden? That's right. So that means Prince Juan approached from the Louvre from the west side, somewhere over here. Sounds like we have a lot of places to visit. Where should we go first? I'll probably go straight to the murder scene, if we may. Here we are, the Grand Gallery, the murder room. What the fuck is this guy? Is that a fucking porcupine? I'll pork your pine. I believe the murder occurred right under the new painting. I see hundreds of paintings. Which one's the new one? I haven't the foggiest. We'll have to ask someone. Oh, hell yeah, Eric Pork. Relatable. Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Excuse me, monsieur. You look like you know your Mona Lisas from your last suppers. I don't want any attention. Maybe he isn't talking to me. No, he's definitely talking to me. Keep it together, Eric. Oh, hi. Would you happen to know which painting was unveiled on the 7th of January? The one the king came to visit? Yeah, I can help you with that. It's a piece right behind you. I see. It's a painting of the king himself. That's one noble-looking penguin. What do you think of it, Falcon? What do I think? Well, I'm no art critic, but I don't care for it. Above all else, art must strive to be honest. When I look at this piece, I don't see an honest depiction of our king. All I see is a depiction of the man the king wishes he could be. It's an artistic travesty. You read all that social commentary from one painting. It's pretty impressive, considering it's just a penguin in a fancy dress. Getting the impression that you messieurs aren't regulars at art galleries. No, we're a right pair of Philistines. Speak for yourself, Falcon. I've never even been to the Middle East. Then I'm guessing you're here to investigate the king's assassination attempt. That's right. We were actually hoping we could ask you a couple of questions about what you saw. I wasn't even in Paris when the murder took place. I didn't see anything. But, ding. I have a friend who might be able to help you out. What's this? R&M Associates, the home of Renard Vulpes. Private investigator. Thank you, but I don't normally deal with these grey area of the law types. No, please give the guy a chance. He helped me out of a bind before, and I'm sure he can do the same for you. Well, I'm not making any promises, but I'll keep hold of the card. We appreciate the help in any case. It's no trouble. R&M business card has been added to the evidence folder. Thank you for your time, monsieur. Is there anything else we can do here? Well, ideally we would turn the whole Grand Gallery upside down in our hunt for evidence. But that's not possible with so many people around. We should probably just move to another room. Check out the garden. There's a photographer. Our feather-headed friends wander through the immaculately maintained Tuileries Gardens. Nothing seems out of the ordinary until they spot a familiar face picking up litter by a tree line. Hey, Falcon, doesn't that groundskeeper over there look familiar? Yeah. Now that I'm looking at him, he does look a lot like that photographer. What's his name? Robinio. Bono Baguetto. That's not his name. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's not anybody's name. You just spewed a word stew. Very Robinio. Someone call me. Oh, it's you. The lawyers who don't appreciate a masterful photograph when they see it. It's good to see that you gave up on your artsy dreams to pursue the more graded career of groundskeeping. Hey, I'm not doing this willingly. I was given community service for committing perjury. Can you believe that? They gave me, an esteemed photographer, community service. Me! Yeah, I can believe that. Perjury is somewhat serious. You should be thankful that you got off without jail time. Pfft. You sound just like that self-righteous Judge Maxime. So, did you two want to ask me something, or are you just here to gawp? Personally, I'm just gawping. Actually, I do have a couple of questions if you don't mind, Monsieur Robinio. Have you met Prince Juan? And I suppose you've bumped into a Spanish fox who goes by the name of Prince Juan, have you? Spanish fox? No, I've never met anyone like that. If this is about that assassination attempt on the king, then you're asking the wrong person. I only started working here today. I see. Was there anything else you wanted? How's the groundskeeping going? How's the job working out? Terrible. Tourists are pigs! Sometimes literally. Look at all this rubbish I've found. Beer bottles, tin cans, apple cores. Look what I picked up. And look what I picked up this by the west entrance. A book page. A whole book I can understand, but a single page? What kind of blithering moron loses just one page? Wait a moment, may I take a closer look at that, monsieur? Don Quixote. That's a page from Don Quixote. May I take it off your hands, monsieur? Sure. What's it worth to you? Worth? It's trash. It's literally worthless. I suppose I'll be destroying it, as per my duties. Alright. Suppose you deserve a little compensation for your trouble. You give me the page, and I'll pay you. Ooh. I want to keep my francs. I love my francs. I have a nice little pile of francs. I could speak with Judge Maxime. I'll speak with Judge Maxime. I'll put in a good word and might be able to get your sentence reduced. Really? You'll do that for me? Thank you, monsieur. Really appreciate that. Here, take the page. Page 44 of El Ingeniero Hidalgo Don Quixote de la Mancha. Do you want to ask something else? No. Goodbye forever. The carousel. Whew. Are we all done here? Yep, let's go. Never mind, that's the entrance. I actually meant to go... Whoops. Nope. No! Bother. What a waste of time. I'll go check out something else first. And then come back to it. The pair arrive at Les Halles Marqueff. Vendors and buskers, performers and thieves, bourgeois and peasants all bustle from place to place. Prince Juan said that he met a flower girl here. Signe, I think he said her name was. There's a swan with flowers over there. Do you think that's her? I think so. It's possible that she knows the murderer, or even that she is the murderer herself. So we should probably act with tact and finesse. Excuse me, Mademoiselle Flower Lady! We would like a word! Tact, Sparrowson. Tact. We've been over this. Good day, messieurs. Are you interested in purchasing a flower? Yes, I wish to purchase a rose from my lady. I'm afraid that I'm out of roses. I sold my last one a week ago. Perhaps you would be satisfied with a chrysanthemum instead. It is a beautiful flower from a fair maiden. Please don't mind Sparrowson. He fell out of his nest as a baby and has said dumb things ever since. Hey! I'm trying to get my game on, Falcon. Let me introduce myself. Allow me to introduce myself. I am J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Are you Mademoiselle Signe? That's right, Catherine Marie Signe. I suppose you're here to ask about the royal assassination attempt. How did you know? I'm no fool, monsieur. I know that a rose I sold was used in the murder weapon. To be honest, I'm surprised it's taken so long for someone to directly question me. The Parisian police seem to have a habit of missing obvious leads. So, do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? Business is slow. Please, ask away. Who bought your last rose? To Prince Juan. The person who bought the rose. I didn't catch his name, but he was a charming red fox. Sounds like old Han. I met her around a week ago, on the 6th. We talked for a little while about the usual things, you know, like how everyone else seems to be in debt these days. Then he bought a rose and left. I hear that the fox is on trial, but to be honest, monsieur, I don't think he's guilty. Oh, why is that? Well, actually, never mind. It's just a gut feeling. Pressure. We're defending this particular cox in the cord asses. If you have something to say that could prove his innocence, now would be the time to let us know. I'm sorry, messieurs, I can't. Hey! Wait! Damn. Nice display of tact and finesse, Falcon. You scared her off. Swan obviously knows something crucial about the case. We need to get to the bottom of whatever it is. Agreed. But I don't think she'll be in the mood to tell us anything else. I know. Why don't we try acting with a little more tact and finesse next time? Hush. Damn. To the Lachana Joyu. Really, Falcon? I thought you were done with your mopey drinking. I'm not here to drink, Sparrowson. Or mope, for that matter. Taverns are a fantastic hub of information. If we wish to get to learn more about this Prince Juan, then this would be the ideal place to start asking questions. Oh, that's pretty good thinking. Ah, you two are back. Are you feeling any better, Falcon? Much better. Thank you for asking, Madame Cornell. That's great to hear, hun. Will it be the usual? No, I'm back to investigative work today, so I've got to keep sharp. Got to keep sharp. We wanted to know if you've seen a Prince of Spain around here recently. A Prince of Spain? I don't know if you've noticed, hun, but this isn't exactly the classiest pub in Paris. I'm lucky to serve the occasional bourgeois.
You can forget about seeing a member of royalty. That's a pity. Maybe I should ask some of your patrons. Feel free. The old regulars, Rufus and Powell, are playing cards in the attic, same as always. But we get all sorts of colourful characters in the drinking room. I bet if you rattled enough cages, you would find someone who knows whatever it is you want to know. Thank you, madame. Let's see, where to start? Start the drinking room, because it's the next room upstairs. There's no point going up 2 and then down 1. Although it's the same end result of amount of stairs climbed, I guess. So there I was, in the grasslands, 10 kilometers downriver, rifle in hand. I had been pursuing this set of footprints for an hour. I was getting closer and closer. I could almost smell the beast. Then I spotted it. It was a boar. A big, stupid boar. Completely oblivious to my existence. I readied my gun. I carefully took aim. And then BAM! Shot it? No! It was the most peculiar thing. The boar slumped over dead right before I could take the shot. Sounds like one of them heart attacks. Me nan went the same way. That's what I thought. But when I went to take a closer look, I noticed the boar was frothing at the mouth. Whoa, it was rabid. Possible, but I don't think so. I remembered reading something about frothing around the mouth being a symptom of poisoning. Needless to say, I left the dead animal alone. Good call. Who wants to deal with tainted meat? Tell me more about this boar. Excuse me, monsieur. Yes, can I help you? You say that the beast you were tracking might have died from poisoning. Could you give us some further details? Further details? I'm not much of a poison expert, I'm afraid. Well, what do you think caused it? I would guess that it ate something bad. I saw some of that poisonous plant around. Wolfsbane, I think they call it. But really, I have no idea. I'm a hunter, not a vet. Excuse me. Excuse me, monsieur. What is it? I don't suppose you've seen a Juan Querido around here. He's Spanish royalty. Foxy fellow, swanky hat, calls everyone senor. Doesn't sound familiar. Do you recall seeing anyone like that, Piero? I got a clue. Sorry, messieurs, you're backing up the wrong tree. Well, what can you tell us about the Spanish royal family? Do we look like walking encyclopedias or something? I'm afraid my composer has a point. If you want to talk about hunting, then I'm your man. But Spanish royalty? That sounds like a question to be answered at a library, monsieur, not a tavern. A library? You're right. Sorry for bothering you, monsieur. Let's give them some peace. Let's give them some peace. Come on, pal. Just one more game of Jacques Noir. Absolutely not. My wallet is hurting enough as it is. Please, I'll even let you deal this time. The answer's no, Rufus. I'm skint. If you want to play cards, you'll have to ask someone else. Fine, I'll ask that big fellow. Excuse me, monsieur. Yes, you, monsieur. Would you care to play some Jacques Noir? Yes. Absolutely, deal me in. I do know how to play it. Sparrowson taught me. Yeah, right. Okay, cocky falcon. Very good. I shall be the dealer. We will bet 5 francs per game. Here we go. Oh, hit it. Oh, risky. Hit it. Fuck! There are bigger cards than 10, so I shouldn't be hitting on high numbers like that, I think. Give me another go. This isn't real blackjack, this is Jacques Noir. $10. 17. Happy with 17. Beat that. Yay! Well played, monsieur. Here's your payout. So another round? Yep, best out of 3. Let's do this. 5. 11. Hit me. 14. Oh, that's risky. Hit me. Oh yeah, baby. Easy game. Never any doubt. Give me that money. Infinite money glitch. Just keep winning. That'll do. No, I think we're done. Maybe another day, monsieur. Hey guys. Real life infinite money glitch just dropped. You go to the casino and you play blackjack and you win. And you do that every day and you win more. Get big money. I understand. Feel free to come back anytime. No, you guys didn't fucking help at all. What about questions about the whatever the fuck? Alright, let's go then. Oh, I'm gonna regret missing out on Louvre stuff. I'm going to spend my vacation at the library! Here for a little light reading, are we? Not quite, Sparrowson. I'm following the hunting beagle's advice. Don't eat poisoned pork? The other piece of advice. That if we want to learn about a member of royalty, we should hit the library. Oh, that makes sense. Say, Falcon, I've been meaning to ask, since we're in a library and all, are you a classic literature fan, or do you prefer more modern works? Reading's for squares. I've already said this. My stance has been made clear. Reading is so blasé. Give me a good modern opera any day. Good call. Nothing beats a well-made show. Speaking of which, I hear they're performing La Damnation de Faust at the Opera Comique. I would sell my soul for front row tickets. Hi, Nathan. I didn't put it together until I started saying it. Hello, Nathan. Would you, messieurs, mind lowering your voices? I can hear you squawking from the other side of the building. Ah, my apologies, monsieur. We'll keep it down. Wait, you're a librarian, aren't you? An astute observation. Yes, monsieur. As the only quiet person in the library, I am most assuredly the librarian. Well, now that we have your attention, my friend wants to ask you something. I do? Oh, right, I do. What can you tell us about Spanish monarchy? You seem like a scholarly, well-read individual. I'm sure you're up to date on geopolitical news and the like. I don't need your praise. Spit out whatever imbecilic question is in the back of your throat. Well, we understand that the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Can you give us a brief rundown of who the contenders are? What a trivial question. Even an elementary school child can name the immediate heirs to every throne in Europe. Yeah. But for the sake of those children who slept through that class, can you refresh our memories? Very well. Pay attention, because I'm not repeating myself. The current reigning monarch of Spain is Queen Regent Isabella II of House Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand VII. Upon her death, the crown would likely fall to her husband, King Consort Francis, Duke of Cadiz. Although it is certainly possible that an immediate family member could stake claim. However, the Queen's position is currently being disputed by the Gaulists, headed by the Count de Montemolin. Hope that answers your question. Did you catch all that, Sparrowson? Not a word. Monsieur, we're actually interested in the Prince Juan Querido of Spain. I don't think I heard that name in your explanation. Prince Juan Querido, is that what you said? Monsieur, I think you've been misinformed. There is no current Prince of Spain. I'm not even sure Querido is a real name. It is certainly no line of any Spanish monarchy. How strange. What does this mean, Falcon? Well, one thing is for sure. Our client is not the Prince of Spain. Maybe he's a delusional lunatic, or perhaps he's involving us in some sort of con. We don't have long before the trial, but it may be in our interest to confront Prince Juan directly and get some answers. Right. Are you two quite done chit-chatting? What can you tell us about Don Quixote? I borrowed this book from a friend. What can you tell us about it? Don Quixote of La Mancha. It's a classic. Everybody has read it. Yeah, everybody. But for those who haven't, I'm not going to sit here and summarize a great work of literature for two imbeciles who are too lazy to read. Nor would I expect you to, monsieur, but what can you tell us about the physical book itself? This particular book didn't come from any library, if that's what they're asking. See, there's no library stamp or card. I assume it was acquired from a bookshop. French bookshop, if the French translation and publishing information wasn't the giveaway. I see. Thank you. Did you have any other questions, or can I get back to work? Don't worry, monsieur. I think we are done here. Thanks for your time. Then I bid you a good day. Occasionally, special cinematic scenes marked by an exclamation mark will pop up on the map screen. Let's check out Les Loops. These cinematic scenes are only available for one day before disappearing, but they take no time to visit. Their viewing is entirely optional. I opt in. Storm is brewing, my brother. Word of the assassination attempt has spread. The proletariats grow confident. The bourgeoisie are cowering. It won't be long before we have rioting. And then a revolution. That's one of those silly judge assistant caps. That guy might be the judge assistant. Did I miss something at the cards on here? I don't know. Hey, Foxy! You again? Visiting hours are over. Come back later. I have no time for your quibbling, monsieur. Stand aside. Can't talk to me like that. I most certainly can. We have reason to believe that you are housing a suspect under false pretenses. That is in direct violation of Statutes 204B and 488C of the French Criminal Code of Justice. Failure to comply with our request may result in you, yes you, monsieur, being held directly responsible for any consequential legal action. Alright, no need to break out the legalese on me. Go open the cell. Well, did you memorize those criminal codes? Memorize? Come on, Sparrowson, learn how to bluff. That's how I won in Jack Noir. I'm 21 by bluffing. Senor Falcon, it is good to see you again. You have some good news about my case, I hope. Come on, politely. Listen, Ron, in order to maximize our chances of a successful trial, I need to know every bit of information. I can't work with half-truths. If you tell me one thing, and the prosecution's evidence tells me another, then we're both in trouble. I'm afraid I don't quite follow, senor. Do you want me to spell it out? I know that you are not the Prince of Spain. I know that your name is not Juan Corrido. Where is this coming from? I assure you, senor, that I am who I claim to be. If you want your trial to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come, Sparrowson, we're leaving. Wait. Calm yourself, Mr. Falcon. I'll reveal all. Did you just say monsieur? What happened to your Spanish accent? Your suspicions are well placed. Juan Corrido is not my real name, and I am not a Spanish prince. That was just a persona I concocted for the purpose of getting arrested. What's your real name? What's in a name? It's just an empty label, a vapid reflection of who we really are. Today I am Juan Corrido, the Prince of Spain. Tomorrow I may be Bruno Noreia, a pauper living under a bridge of the Seine. That doesn't change who I am or what I do. That didn't really answer my question. No, I suppose it didn't. You're a smart bird, Monsieur Falcon. I suspect that you already know my real name. Is it Don Quixote? No, it's Bernard Lopez. You are Renard Vupesh, private investigator. Very astute. And you are Monsieur Falcon, private defense attorney. But that wasn't always your name, was it, Monsieur Falcon? Just like me, you know how to adopt a new persona on a whim. You changed your name, Falcon? I didn't know that. This isn't about me. Juan, Renard, Monsieur, we're trying to uncover the truth here. Of course. So what truth is it that you're attempting to uncover, Monsieur Falcon? Why would you want to get arrested? You're putting me in a difficult position, Monsieur. If I tell you the full story, I would be putting someone else in danger. How about this? I'll tell you a story. I like stories. There was a girl, a mademoiselle, who's in a great deal of debt. Everyone has a debt these days, Monsieur. Indeed, but this particular mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and that man wished to collect. I'll forget a new glass of water in it. The mademoiselle had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, and I will forget what you are owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I am owed from your parents. With no alternative options, the mademoiselle accepted. But another man, a gallant knight with foolish, archaic notions of chivalry, heard the mademoiselle's story. The knight knew that the murder was inevitable, but he saw a way to take the fall in the mademoiselle's place. Do you understand what I am saying, Monsieur? Yeah, I get it. I understand, Monsieur. To be honest, it wasn't the subtlest of allegories. Storytelling was never my strong suit. But I'm glad you're seeing things from my perspective. Hopefully that sheds some light on the situation. If I may ask, Monsieur, why did you not just go to the police with the information that you had? The police are not always an option. What's a man to do when the justice system itself is the problem? I'll let you know when I figure it out, Monsieur. Dwell on it. Perhaps we should talk about something else in the meantime. Nope, that's it. I don't have any more questions for you, Han. I think we've learned all we can for now. Yeah, I don't think we feel that we've learned very much. Oh, Monsieur Falcon, before I forget. Could you find Mousy and ask him whether the birds have successfully flown south for the winter? The birds have flown south? What is that? Some sort of code? Something like that? But rest assured, Monsieur, that this does directly pertain to the case. Well, if we have time, we'll be sure to let Mousy know. Let's make a move, Sparrowson. Trial day is approaching. Right. It's a new day. It's a new glass of water. The Louvre Palace has become a world-famous hub for artists, scholars, and historians. That's great for the Louvre Hub. BRB.
Okay. We're back. We've got a lovely new glass of iced tea. Delicious. What have we got? Vision Bam, where Mousy is probably going to be. So let's go over here. Oh yeah, Renard and Mousy. Mousy, where are them birds? Tell me about the birds, Mousy.
Oh, customers.
Hello? Is this the office of Renard Vulpesh?
Tutu.
Mousy, what are you doing here?
Oh, this is where I work. See, R&M, Renard and Mousy. Monsieur Renard Vulpesh and I carry out all sorts of investigations together. Although, to be completely honest, it's normally Monsieur Vulpesh who chooses which cases to take on.
Mousy, we have a message for you. It's from Prince Juan himself. He wants to know if the birds have flown south for the winter, whatever that means.
Oh, yes. The birds have migrated successfully. But if Prince Juan told you that, then that must mean he trusts you. He must want you to take these. Go on, take them.
These are used train ticket stubs. It looks like 2 people took a railway trip to Vienna. What exactly is the point? This, Mousy?
Prince Juan said that they would help with the trial. See the names.
Portier Signet, Nicole Signet. I recognize the surname, but I don't know who these people are. Fucking Catherine Marie's parents. Come on, dude. You've met 3 people in the last week. Who could it possibly be?
Prince Juan just told me to book train tickets for these people, and then to make sure they caught the train. And so, that's what I did.
Strange. I'm not sure exactly how these subs are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll keep hold of them, just in case. Let's go, Sparrowson. I'm done playing courier. Good call. What day's the trial? Oh, today. It's answered. Once again, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves waiting outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. Are you feeling nervous, Falcon? Nah, we got it. Actually, I think we might have a handle in this case. All the pieces are coming together nicely. Awesome! Let's demolish that pompous prosecutor with walls of evidence. I love the sting. Senor Falcon, I trust everything is in order? Absolutely. I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial. Such confidence. That's magnificent to see. Bringing the truth to light, you say? An admirable goal. No more jousting at imaginary giants. All of you, cease your yammering. The door's opening. Here we go. Buena suerte, Senor Falcon. We will. Whatever that means. Are we ready? We're ready. JJ. Severin. Nervous? Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm as calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. This whole courtroom is nervous. Whoa, cool your feathers, Falcon. Terrible. Terrible. Can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments. But this is how you act before the trial has even started. Why, you pompous-tailed, posture-perfect... Oh, oof guy. Romulus. Order, let's all settle down. Court is now in session. Psst, Falcon. What is it? Is it me, or does the primary judge look hairier today? That's a different judge to the one who resided over Dame Cataline's trial, you doofus. Oh, still, it's a little strange, isn't it? Not really. There are a dozen judges in Paris alone.
It only makes sense that we see different ones in different cases. Ace Attorney. Excuse me, Your Honor? Ah, no... No guy here. I was under the impression that Judge Maxime would be residing over this case. Where is he? Judge Maxime has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs. But rest assured, Assessors, prosecutor, defense, and the members of the jury, that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes. Without further ado, let's get this show underway. This is the trial of Prince Juan Querido, who stands accused of murdering Major Howell, and of conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call. The defense is present and ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Good, very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy. Well said, Your Honor. I expect that. Once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes. 5 minutes? Just messing with your head, Falcon. Keep it together. We're all on the same page. Excellent. Prosecutor, please call your first witness to the stand. Very well. I call the police officer who investigated the crime scene. I call upon Inspector Just Valerti. This is the guy again. Captain Chicken. Captain Pirate Chicken. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. We haven't got a whole lot of evidence, do we? Oh, that's gonna be a tricky one. I think the plan is let the fox take the fall? I'm not sure what he was getting at earlier with the way he was speaking, his codes and things. Please recite your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Inspector Just Valerti. I am a servant of the law, a scourge of the gut rats. That will do, Inspector. We've all heard your monologue before. Well, Kakarika really is going for a speed record, isn't he? Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January? Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, fucking terrible, I was called to the Louvre's Grand Gallery by one of the King's Royal Guards. Did he just say o'clock? There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, the corpse of Major Howell with a rose in hand, and around 24 citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Howell taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand and promptly dropping dead. And what did the morgue uncover upon examination of the corpse? The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Howell died of poisoning. Aside from a prick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howell's body. Therefore, the poison rose must have been deposited there. Putting the pieces together, that does seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions. Damn, I was hoping the coroner's report would determine that the guy died of a freak heart attack or something. That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony. Right, I'll tear it apart. Your Honor, I wish to cross-examine the witness. Falcon, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand. I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered. Ah, this sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it, for now. Go on, Falcon. Do your cross-examination. Did you really say o'clock? 10 o'clock, you say? Correct, 10 o'clock. Surely you mean 10 o'clock. I beg your pardon? You clucked. Like a chicken. JJ, do you really want to kick off this trial by picking on petty pronunciation peculiarities? No, I suppose not. How long did it take you to arrive? I had 5 minutes. I happened to be in the neighboring Palais Royal at the time,
So it was a simple journey. Then I'm guessing that Major Hal would have been dead for around 10 minutes by the time you arrived. That would be a fair estimate. Plenty of time for a bad guy to slip away, huh? It's definitely a possibility. I don't think the court would appreciate my wild speculations, though. Inspector, I would like to ask you about the victim, Major Hal. Who was he? It's curious. We've spent our whole investigation focusing on the murder, but I still don't know much about the victim himself. Exactly who was Major Hal? Your Royal Guard, a well-respected dog who was getting on in the years. I was not friends with the man, but I had met him on several occasions in the past, at banquets and royal meetings and the sort. Major Hal was a stern, no-nonsense fellow, but he was a good man. His wife and children no doubt miss him. No doubt. Thank you for the insight, Inspector. But what if he was the intended victim? We have been treating this case as if the intended murder target was King Louis Philippe. But there is another possibility. What if the killer was trying to murder Major Hal from the very beginning? JJ, stop talking. You just said something very stupid. I could explain why and humiliate you in front of the whole court. Alternatively, you could retract your question right now, and I will save your humiliation for another day. Alright, I retract. Maybe I should have retracted. What are we thinking about? Supposedly coated in poison. Says who? Says the coroner. 2 dozen citizens? What if one of them did it? Inspector, you say that there were around 2 dozen citizens, all of whom attest to seeing my client deliver the poisoned rose. Oh boy, when you put it like that, our situation seems a little dire, doesn't it? Correct. We collected precisely 22 testimonies, and there were no major inconsistencies. Are the testimonies trustworthy? I saw nothing to give me doubt. But surely there is a possibility that the citizens were bribed or threatened? Falcon, I can understand having doubts about 1 or 2 testimonies, but are you really saying that 22 people were coerced? It's a possibility. We must consider. Monsieur Falcon, I know a thing or two about corruption. I've seen plenty of liars during my time as a police officer. A man can be bribed or threatened into reciting a lie. Perhaps 5 or 6 can maintain a consistent story. But 22? The seams of the lie would show well before them. It's just not possible. Well said, Inspector. Defense, don't waste your time by bringing out these stupid possibilities. Oh no! They don't like it. They don't like me. He was killed by poison? Correct. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There is no possibility that his death was natural. Did the coroner mention specifically what kind of poison it was? He was not certain. At first the coroner posited that it was a plant-borne poison, like that of the aconite flower. But when he learned how fast the poison had taken effect, he noted that this was atypical of aconite. Consequently, he suggested that it may have been some newly engineered concoction. A newly engineered poison, you say? Well, that only reaffirms that this was a very deliberate assassination attempt. Indeed. You sure he was poisoned with the flower? That seems a bit silly. How exactly was Major Hal poisoned? What was the delivery mechanism? His finger was pricked by the poison laws. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested to seeing and hearing this. Is there any possibility that he was poisoned by something else? What an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You just heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? That the pricked finger had no relation to the poisoning? I don't have any evidence of anything.
That's exactly what I'm saying. No shot. I don't doubt that Major Howell was poisoned, but I do doubt that the rose was the cause. Unbelievable! Only a total buffoon could fail to draw the blatant link here. JJ, as tempting as it is to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I'll end this discussion painlessly. Inspector, please tell the defense that you found traces of poison on the thorns of the rose itself. That should alleviate all doubts that the rose was, in fact, the poison delivery mechanism. Actually, I can't tell him that. I dread to ask, but why not? We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning, given the timing of the incident. Then now would be a good time to make the test. It's a marvelous thought. We pick the finger of the defendant with the rose. If there is no poison on the rose, then Prince Juan lives and he is free to go. If the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies. But that's okay, because the punishment will be just and fitting of the crime. A marvelous suggestion. What is this, a witch trial? This isn't America, Severin. That's not how we do things here. Calm your feathers, JJ. It's clearly a joke. There are far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence. Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison at all. Why is that? Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force. We burned it to ashes. Such unprofessionalism. If we have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question. Nice try, JJ, but through the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Wrong! There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained the poison, something the investigative police blindly overlooked. This book. Do I have to click the book? It shouldn't be the rose. Because my point is that it's not the rose. Did I miss some evidence that would really come in handy right now? I'm gonna click the book and I'm gonna see what happens, and it's gonna tell me I'm a fucking idiot. Take a look at this! What's this? Falcon, how could this possibly have contained poison? Well, you see, you picked the wrong piece of evidence, didn't you? Yeah, I messed up. Ah, fuck. Huh? The rose, then? Fuck! Yeah, I know. Your Honor, I would like to declare a mistrial. A what now? A mistrial. This trial is not progressing in a manner befitting of justice. The defense is blatantly floundering. More so than usual. He is seemingly unable to provide a single coherent thought. Hey, he's got a point, Falcon. Your arguments have been all over the place. Perhaps the defense's arguments are terrible because there is nothing that can be defended. That's possible. Or perhaps he is drunk. It wouldn't be the first time. I'm not drunk. Certainly aren't sober. In any case, I suggested we hold off on the trial until the defense can put more than 2 words together without stumbling. This is ridiculous. Why are we letting a blatant criminal get a free pass just because his lawyer is alcoholic? Your Honor, I am as certain of Francorito's guilt as you are, but to prove his guilt the legal way, the right way, and you're a competent opponent to debate with. Let me deliver justice in a suitable legal environment. Give the defense one more chance to gather their evidence. Yeah, fine. Court will resume this Friday, the 20th. Again, falling into Scottish somehow, falling backwards. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your damn job. Get this stupid fox a conviction already. I will do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honor. Defense, don't think you can worm it. It's just something about a wolf. Just a wolf feels Scottish to me. Don't think you can worm out of the second trial session with any more mistrial nonsense. One slip up and I'll condemn the stupid fox on this spot. Who's Rodrigo? JJ! Yeah, G. You dolt, you colossal dolt! How could you mess up that trial session so badly? No need for the personal insults. I'm doing my best. Doing my best. Evidently, your best is not good enough. Your client would be awaiting a guillotine if I hadn't played the mistrial card back there. Why do you care? I thought securing guilty verdicts was your raison d'etre. Yeah, you were bragging about a quick trial and everything. You hopeless, blithering fools. I don't live to condemn criminals. I live to ensure that justice is served. I can't do that if the opposition wastes their time twiddling their thumbs when they should be building a defense. Defense. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not your mentor. If you fail, it's no skin off my back. Did you chase after us just to berate us? No, I came to give you this. It's a letter that ended up in my pigeonhole, but addressed to you. A letter for me? I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office. I don't know. I'm not a courier. I have business to attend to. Both of you, get your mail together. Get a what? Was that an expression now? Anyway, what does the letter say, Falcon? It's a threat. A threat made with cut-out newspaper letters. Whoa! I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon. You got lucky this time. But stop your investigation or there will be consequences. Scary. There is no question that this letter originated from Major Hal's murderer. It's curious that the writer chose to threaten us rather than Severine. He was the one who saved that trial, after all. Maybe we're closer to uncovering the murderer than we thought. Maybe. Why would a person write with cut-out newspaper letters like this? Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Although, I can't help but wonder why they would bother, since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to. We're still going ahead with our investigation though, right? No. We give up. I'm not risking my life for some lying wallaby prince. Mom, dear Falcon, show a hint of professionalism, why don't you? Look, it's only 3 days until the next trial day. Let's just stick it out, bite the bullet, get it over with. What's the worst thing that could happen? I could get knocked out and thrown in the Seine. Ugh, you're hopeless. Let's go. I kind of want to leave it right there in the middle of a nice little plot hook, cliffhanger, because I feel like this is going to go quite a bit longer than a single session, but not so long that it'll need full stream if I go all the way to the third one, you know? I looked it up while I was getting a new glass of water, and there are 3 cases, I believe. Let me just double check that while I'm sitting here rambling. Oh, there's 4x? Oh, maybe not. How about time to beat? Because also, this is absolutely beating my throat up. Uh, 4 to 5 hours. We're almost 3 now. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to survive 2 more hours, at least. So I think a cool little stopping point will be right here in the middle of this case. We'll get our shit together, we'll come back next week and solve the case of this fox what tried to kill this dog and this king. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again next Wednesday
and I'll be out all weekend. So you'll only have Bubble to keep you company. Please check her out. On Friday, she's playing Helldivers with Squishy with the new Halo content. And hopefully they've actually updated the game this time, so they don't have to pivot to something else. Enjoy some Friday Helldivers. See you again next Wednesday. But ta-ta! Or maybe Tuesday, if we play some Rogue Trader again. Perhaps Tuesday. Ta-ta! Bye-bye! Good night!